Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the platform with me, Mama Sewa, and my very, very, very special guest today. Say hi, Jess.
Hi.
Okay, so I managed to get this lady from all the way from outside London to come and join us in the studio today, because there's some information that she holds that I need a lot of, and I think everybody else needs a bit about. So I'm actually going to get you to introduce yourself, if that's okay, Jess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Go ahead.
My name is Jessica Manu Rogers,
Ew.
and I am a business and executive coach, and I work predominantly with women to help them live meaningful lives and to achieve their wildest dreams, basically do what they want to do in terms of work and in their lives, to live the best life that they can.
Okay. I could do with some of that. So I want to live my best life. I keep saying I'm living my best life, but actually,
your best life, Sheila.
well,
Always.
I could do with some more, to be honest with you, Jess. Thank you again. I really appreciate that you've come all the way. That you've travelled very far. So I appreciate it.
And my
Thank
little
you.
sis.
Yes, I am your little sis, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, my big sis. So yeah, thank you again. So let's get right to it. Did you have a good journey here?
Yeah.
Is that okay? No problems.
Fine.
No problems.
No problem.
Yeah, the trains are working. The other day in the morning, I stayed on a platform for over an hour.
Oh, really?
And the train kept saying, come in. Then 2 minutes to time, they cancel it.
Oh, no.
And it just kept happening. So I'm glad that you didn't get involved in all of that stuff.
But don't speak too soon. I need to get home.
It won't happen. It will not happen. Okay, guys. So as you know, the studio line is always open on WhatsApp or Zop and Facebook. As always, we are live on Facebook, we are live on Periscope TV, on YouTube, and you can also catch us on TuneIn Radio, so there's no excuse for not tuning in. That's all. If you want to call the studio, the telephone number is 0203 002 8482. I want to say a big welcome to our listeners. Hello, boss lady. How are you? I think you weren't here earlier on today. Oh, I missed your show. So it's nice to have you. There are some other people listening and watching. Hello, everybody. Don't feel shy. Say hello. And I hope you will call in shortly so you can get all this, the wise advice from the lady herself. So, Jess, let's talk a bit about your background first before we go into what you're currently doing. So, what did you do? What were you doing before you became a coach?
So I was in marketing before. So I was a very good girl. I went through school. I listened to my mum and dad. I went to university. And then I got my first job in marketing for a music company, actually.
Okay.
And then over about 12 years, I worked my way through different marketing jobs until I was a brand marketing manager for a toy company.
Yay!
And that was my last sort of corporate job.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a lot of hard work and a lot of study as well to get me there.
But you did it. You did it. You
I did
persevered.
I did.
And you did it. So well done, sis.
Thank you. And then I had this kind of epiphany, if you can call it that.
Okay.
I kind of knew that there was something else for me, something else that I wanted to do. And then I decided to start some sort of personal development training, which led me to coaching. And the rest is history. I found I was good at it, and then it went from there, really.
Okay, so at what point really in your life did you decide that actually you don't want to be working for anybody else and work for yourself, and the thing that makes you happy is coaching? Did you go into it because you felt that's what would make you happy, or you just wanted to work for yourself, or you were trying something? What led you there?
It's a combination, really. So partly because I was ready to do something that was going to make more of a difference to people. I think that was the main thing. I knew that the work I was doing wasn't making the difference I wanted to make in the world.
Okay.
So that was the first. And the second thing was it was somehow it was a necessity as well, because I had my first child and I needed to work more flexibly.
Okay.
To be able to be the mum I wanted to be as well.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You can, send a shout out to the family if you want to. I don't know, are they watching? They must be.
Well, the kids aren't at home, so they won't be, but they watch back. So I'll say, hi, Max and Ruby.
Hi, Max and Ruby. And Toby.
Yeah,
You
and
forgot Toby.
Yeah. Oh, him as well.
Oh, him as well. All right, then.
No, I'm joking. Hi, family.
Okay. I think Davina's also watching. Hi, Dee.
Hey, Dee.
She said that she would tune in even though she was going out.
Oh.
So, hello, Dee. Hi, DJ Mahama. I miss seeing you or listening to you every morning, actually. So I hope you are going to come back full time again on Fire Live. Okay. So, sis.
Yeah.
I've been reading up on exactly what a business and executive coach does. But please, can you tell the listeners, and also me, because I get a bit confused at some point, what exactly is the role?
Okay, so I'll start with saying, business coach, executive coach, life coach, career coach. Essentially, they're all the same thing in terms of helping people to find out what it is that they really want from life, to really identify and articulate what it is they want to achieve, and then to set out the steps that you need, the plan that you need to achieve it and to help you achieve it. My specialism is business and executive coaching, because I work with business owners to help them achieve their goals in their business. And to do that living by their values, the things that really make them tick, the things that underpin everything that they believe in and everything that they do. And the executive bit comes into it as well, because I work with senior executives within corporate companies as well, to help them on their career path. So I've used business and executive coach, but essentially all coaches help people to achieve their dreams and achieve their goals.
Okay. So you've mentioned that you go into businesses and you help business executives. What other kind of people might need your services? Like a regular Joey like me?
Do you know what? Anybody can work with a coach. You know, if you want almost like an objective person to listen to you, to really hear you and hear what it is that you want to achieve with your life, your business, your career, then a coach is the person for you, because that person can give you a bit of objectivity and also can support you when things aren't going so well, and celebrate with you when things are going really well, because we all have people in our lives, sisters, cousins, brothers, who are there to help you and support you. But something that's really true about that is that they always have an agenda for you, and that's not necessarily a negative thing. But they have an agenda for helping you, or doing what's best for you. But really, when all's said and done, the only person who knows what's best for you is you. And so when you work with somebody objective, somebody who sees, you in your truest, best form, without any agenda for you apart from to help you achieve what you want to achieve, that's where you have a powerful coaching relationship. And also what I should say as well is I've worked with all sorts of people. I've been coaching now for 10 years, so I've worked with all sorts of people. I've worked with teenagers, with single mums, right up to, senior executives. So anybody can work with a coach, really. It's about finding the right coach for you.
Yeah. Okay. I think I am going to need a coach at some point. So I'm trying to do this little business thing, as you know. And sometimes I do feel like there's so many different things to do. And I know there's a purpose in there. But sometimes it's not so easy to kind of pinpoint that purpose.
But you know that there's a purpose there.
I know there's a purpose.
Yeah. And so if you know that there's a purpose, it's the key thing is to identify what that purpose is. So the purpose for you and what you want it to bring to your life.
Yeah.
And also the bigger purpose, the difference that you want to make in the world. And sometimes people can think, when you say the purpose, the difference you want to make, people think, oh, but it's not going to change the world. It's not going to, cure illness. But actually that purpose could be something around bringing joy into somebody's life or into people's lives, or bringing beautiful things into people's lives. But if you're clear on that purpose, it makes your journey that bit easier.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So when I was having a read through your bio and your website, I saw that you coach mainly women. Is it only women that you coach? You coach younger people, men, or is it just solely women?
Women and girls. So
Okay.
that sounds really sexist. But I just find that for me, my purpose is around giving women and young girls a voice.
Yeah.
And helping them to be seen.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So that's my thing.
Okay. All right. Oh, the screen went off just a moment there, but we are back. So if somebody decided, actually, I do need a point of focus, I do need somebody to kind of put me on the right path, so to speak, to do with my business or just personally in your life, what can we expect working with you?
Do you mean in terms of the process?
In a bit of the process, like what is it? What's the service that you kind of given us an outline of what you do, but just on one-to-one, what kind of service do you give to people?
Okay.
What's your point? What's your selling point, so to speak?
So I work mainly one-to-one. I do some group workshops, but I work predominantly one-to-one. And the way that I work, because I've chosen to work with business owners, we work on a 6-month basis, because it takes it takes 6 months of really intensive one-to-one work to start to form your own personal route map, particularly for your business. So for me, with one-to-one, I start usually with a 90-minute discovery session, which I send out a welcome pack which has all sorts of resources in it. And the idea for me is that by the end of the 6 months, the business owner will have almost like their own toolkit which they can draw on, which can help them on their business journey to where they've identified they want to be. So it's almost like, when sort of common obstacles or common limiting beliefs or limiting behaviours that they might have come up again, they can always have something to help them to overcome that. And so it's one-to-one. It usually we sort of have 2 calls a month, and in between that we have email and sort of text message support, because I always hold my clients accountable. So the coaching session isn't just a nice conversation, it's designed to move the person forward. So there'll be homework and I hold them accountable for that. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. If you want to achieve your dreams, you've got to put in the work.
Put in the work.
Yeah.
It's true. That's quite... What? Wow. Okay.
Are you sure you still want to coach?
I do. I think I do still want to coach. I definitely do. In fact, at my previous company, there was a lady who was also getting involved, and this was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, who was also starting off coaching, and she had to do some free sessions, like do the hours. Yeah. Basically, and I think actually I remember that when you first started, and I didn't take advantage of. So I did with this lady at work, and it was over a 3-month period, and I have to say it was very helpful. I could have done with a little bit more actually, and it was light sessions, so it was sort of like half an hour every other week, sort of. Was it? Yeah, half an hour every third week. So it wasn't as much, but I feel like I got quite a lot out of it at the time. And at the time I didn't have this idea of wanting to be my own boss and you know, setting up a business or anything, so that wasn't the focus at the time. It was just focusing on other parts of my life, which I thought was all over the place a little bit. And I really found it to be helpful, so I definitely do think I'm going to be contacting you, sister.
Oh, come on, sis.
I'll be contacting you, eh? What do you enjoy most about your work? You've talked about wanting to make a difference in a particular way, but what do you love about your job?
What do I love about my job? I think it's the variety of speaking to different people all the time and hearing different challenges and issues, but also successes. And because I have a coach myself, and my coach always says to me, because I always say, such a coincidence, like, you know, sometimes what my clients are going through mirrors something that I'm going through, not exactly the same, but I can see the similarities, and so it's almost like I'm giving my client an objective view on something that's kind of happening in my life. So it's like, you know, what would I say? I can sometimes say, what would I say to myself?
Yeah.
And my coach always says, you teach what you need to learn. And what she means is the universe, God, whatever you believe, opens up the door to something that you need to experience. And sometimes you can experience that through your clients. And that's really true. Really, really true.
That's really interesting that you're a coach that also has a coach. But I suppose it's necessary, because everybody can do with a coach.
You never stop learning. You never stop developing.
This is true.
And it's I don't know. Have you read the Michelle Obama book?
Not completely.
Okay. So there's a bit in it that she says that she's always finds fascinating when people say to kids, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Almost as though there becomes a point in your life when you're an adult and you're that thing and you stop. But that's not true, because you're always evolving, you're always learning. Life is always giving you new experience. And so it's always about what you're evolving and who you're becoming until the day you die. And that's why I see the importance of having a coach myself, because I am evolving.
That's a good way of putting it. Thank you. It's true. It's something like in every profession, like doctors need a doctor, a dentist needs a dentist. So of course, why shouldn't a coach have a coach?
Exactly.
Also, okay. So if you weren't doing this job, what would you be doing?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, this is obviously what you love doing.
If I wasn't doing
if you weren't doing this job, what would you be doing?
What would I like to be doing?
Yeah, what would you like to be doing? What was your plan B?
I didn't have a plan B.
Oh,
you know, because I knew that I wanted to do do work that helped people, but I didn't know what that would look like, because when I came to coaching initially, it wasn't as widely known as it is now. So yeah, I just knew that I wanted to work with people and help people, but I didn't know what it was. So I think if I wasn't doing this now, I'd be lying on a beach somewhere.
Which you occasionally do. I do see that.
Occasionally. Not as much as you there, girl.
What? Why does everyone bring this up? I mean,
well, you know.
let me forget about it. Just for one moment.
It's funny,
That was
actually,
good day.
'cause when I said to my husband, "Oh, I'm going to come on to the show," he was like, "Is she even in the country?"
Toby! What? Of course I'm here. I'm wearing a polo neck today. So it's cold, so you definitely know I am in the country. But, you know, I could do with going back to Ghana. I don't mind. If anyone wants to. Yeah, so, sis, you've got a few awards. You do. And I know you find it, like, don't be shy. I want you to, like, show off a little bit. You should, because you know, if you're listening, you can go on Jessica's website, which is www.jessicavrogers.co.uk. And what I really loved about your page is all the testimonies of people who you have helped. and it's always a testament to what you do, isn't it? When, like, you get such great reviews. So I'm proud of you, sis.
Oh, thank you, sis.
But I still want to know about your awards, please. What I know recently you picked up
the Be Mogul Award. I think that's one of my
Be Mogul.
Be Mogul, girl.
You gonna be a mogul, sis?
Yeah, I mean, and that was recognition of my services as a black business owner. So for me, that really, I mean, all awards mean something, but that really meant something, because it meant that I was doing something in my community, which is really important to me, to show up and to make a difference to people like me. Yeah. You know, I think you hear too much negativity about black people. You know, and actually
and women
and women. Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of all these. Is it memes?
Yeah,
and I just really, but yeah. Sorry,
and it's interesting. I just think there's so many. You know, that there's one or two negative stories become the narrative, and actually there's so much good stuff going on. So much positive, progressive stuff going on, and so, you know, to have an award that's celebrating that, is a real.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Well done, sis.
Thank you, dear.
So is this like, can you pick up another one next year? Or do you only get one ever?
I don't know, actually. You know.
So we're gonna pick for another one next year.
That one's every other year, but
okay.
I have been nominated for another award, which if I am shortlisted,
yes.
The shortlist opens next month, so you better vote. That's a public,
I will be voting.
Vote, so yeah.
I'll be voting. My listeners will be voting. Their family, everyone on my WhatsApp.
Multiple times.
Yes, a few good times. That's what we're gonna do. You're gonna win. Well done, well done. So what other awards? I think there was one. There's definitely.
I don't know which one yours. I mean, I've got.
How many do you have?
I've got.
An award is an award. Don't say small.
I'm going to say that my main one, the most recent one that I'm most proud of, is my Be Mogul, because I'm gonna leave that one there.
Okay, we'll leave Be Mogul because that's okay. No problem. So I also see that you work with quite a lot of inspirational women as well. Like I've been trying to go on one of Mavis's. Mavis Amankwa's.
Yeah, she's the Be Mogul. She started the Be Mogul.
Yeah,
yeah.
I get quite a lot of. I follow her on social media, and I see a lot of the stuff that she's doing. But me, ask me if I've attended one of her sessions, and every time I'm like, so I have to.
You have to. I think she's got one coming up soon in Canary Wharf. I can't remember the exact date, but I saw something about it this week. But yeah, I would highly recommend it, because she's somebody who her stories are it's a powerful one. Yeah.
So what other women do you work with that inspire you? What other inspirational women do you work with?
So somebody who do you mean, so specifically people I work with, or generally?
Like people you work with first, and then you can tell me about, in general, who inspires you.
Okay. So, I spoke to an amazing lady today.
Oh, Jess, can I just stop you for a minute?
Yeah.
Got a call coming through. Now, the problem is... Hello, caller. Oh, I think we're going to have to get our headphones on.
Okay. Which ones?
Oh, middle ones. Hello, caller. Oh, my gosh. Hello. Hello. Hello, caller. Hello. Oh. There's something I always don't do right. Hello, caller. Oh. Microphone's up. Hello, caller. They're gone.
Oh.
Oh, but they're coming back. Hello. Oh. Hello, caller. Yay. Hello. Oh, that's annoying. This is my fault. This is... Hello, caller. Hello. Hi, can you hear me? Oh. Hello. Hello, caller. Oh. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. But sorry, so do go on. I'll try and sort this whilst we are talking. Oh, she's coming back.
Okay.
I don't know why this isn't working. Hello. Hello, caller. Hello. Pacho, are you on swear? Oh, and that day you were coach. Be life coach, business executive here with us, talking to us about inspiring people and making a difference in, you know, the way that they build their businesses and just basically in life, just helping them to focus more on what they think their purpose is or what their purpose is.
Okay.
Good evening, Brian.
Okay, review.
But
So basically, you guys are like the topic. The today's show is about business, right?
yeah, it's also about business as well, but it's also just about life and just focus in life and having, I guess, proper access to your purpose and just having somebody there to help you and to guide you to what your purpose is, basically, so you're happier in your business and what you do and you're more fulfilled.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting topic.
Yeah. But your contribution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, contribution. Okay. Okay, me chia munyina. I mean, pakani show.
Yeah, Joseph.
But okay. So business part, you know. You see, yeah, Ghana for the reason, like you should risk.
Okay.
But the not to pursue your business, you have to involve risk into it too.
You have to involve what?
Risk. You have
Risk,
to,
yes.
Yes, risk is number one because and the over London, over US, other countries now. Ghana for war pass. How many people Ghana for we love to work for somebody all the time.
Yeah.
If you come to US here, a lot of Latinos, a lot of Asians, Pakistanis, and they have their own businesses. Okay, but let's say if you say McDonald's, a lot of Bangladesh franchise, most of it. But we Ghanaians, you know,
Yeah.
we love to work for somebody because we the risk, you know, you should risk. I think that we have to, you know, the best way before you can be rich, you have to work for your own.
But do you think it's less about not wanting risk and more about opportunity?
Yeah, but you cannot do business that you cannot you can't like you don't have to, you have to add risk into it. The opportunity is there.
I'm not sure I agree. I mean, yeah, there's always a risk when you're starting a business. If you are, you know, there could be financial risk, or if you decide to give up the employment to start the business. But at the same time, if you find an opportunity, who's not to say that you can't take that opportunity whilst keeping some security in a paid role until that business can grow in the way that you want it to grow, to enable you to do that full time and make as much money.
Yeah, but the opportunity based on, you see, first of all, we have to encourage each other. Ghanaians, that's number one. Let's say right now I have opportunity about business. I come to you, right? I come to you and I tell you, hey, my sister, my friend, whoever, you see, many opportunity. Somebody was telling me about this business is good opportunity. I want to take advantage of it. You see, the society, the people around us, you know, would disencourage you. So first of all, we Ghanaians, you know, we encourage each other, and encouragement is very important.
It's true. That's true.
Because Ghana, you see, that's where. Listen, what I'm saying, go to London, see how, especially London, London alone,
where we
just
are
London.
now.
Yes, where you are right now. Look at how many Ghanaians you know, and see if Ghanaians in here were biggest mall. Ghanaians for the biggest mall in London. Don't you say it's not better?
But I think this is where Jess is saying that there isn't always that opportunity. And I find that also sometimes we don't like starting from small. We just like to make it. There's a lot of people, we don't like the grafting, like the extra hard work. We work hard, we're hard workers, but quite often
we're hard working for somebody, because we Ghanaians, we are hard working. We are not lazy, but we are hard working for somebody. Do you know how many? Listen, hold on. What I'm saying, you don't get. Just I made example. Check UK. Let's use Virginia here. Virginia here, Ghana for a while. You can go to some city like CTB. Let's say Alexandra. You can find like over 2,000, 3,000 Ghanaians over there.
There's a lot.
And you know what? We all work for somebody. And all the time I sit down and say, but if you go to
that, please hold on 1 second. 1 second, please. There's a few other calls. Bear with me, please, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
I just let that close line.
He's on this station, but he's not on at the moment. It's a different show.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm looking for his personal number.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Hello.
Yes. Mama, and you see, we have the opportunity. Okay. We have the opportunity.
Yes.
Okay. You already have the opportunity. I'm telling you.
Okay.
We have the opportunity already. But first of all, no, we need. You see what I'm saying? You don't get it.
No. I understand what you're saying.
You don't get it, man. But ask yourself, in London, look at so many Ghanaians that you know over there, and we can't. You see, but if you come here, let's say you come to Alexandria, let's say you go to like place like another Asians, they have business, their own businesses, grocery stores, big grocery stores, all kinds of stuff. But when you come to let's say Alexandria, over 2,000-3,000 Ghanaians lives over there, and we still work for somebody working Walmart, McDonald's, and all.
I think maybe then they also need someone like Jessica, a coach, to come and
I know that's what I'm saying. Good. Remember, I said we are encouragement.
Yes.
Because we Ghanaians, we Ghanaians in general, If somebody will encourage you, you'll be richer than you'll be successful than, then they will bring you down. That's where the thing is. It's not about the people who encourage you, they will discourage you at the end.
It's true. So we need more life coaches and business coaches.
Yes.
And more encouragement. Yes. Thank you very much. I do understand the point that you're making.
Yeah, because it's tough. Tough.
Tough part. Thank you.
Because we are London. More crying.
Yeah, how cry you? Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. Hello, caller.
Hey, Bella. It's Bev.
Hi, Bev. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for patiently waiting.
That's okay.
Thanks to... Yeah. Have you been following the show so far?
I have, yeah.
And you know our guest. Have you got any questions for her? Get some free advice while she's here.
I know, right? But I also wanted to... it's a shame he's gone off the line now because I was responding to I want to respond to something he said.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I completely agree with the whole encouragement thing, 100%. But I think as well there are a lot of entrepreneurs in Ghana. Like I don't think we should underestimate how many people are actually entrepreneurs. Because even if you think about, you know, it's little, but you know the people who sell stuff at the side of the road, that's a sole trader, you know, and there's so many people doing things individually. All right, it's not mainstream. It's not like your large supermarket.
Yeah.
But there's so much going on, and like I just think, and as well, just hearing about what Ben does with Mystery Ghana. I mean, they identify pioneers and entrepreneurs like every year across the diaspora, but also within Ghana as well. So yeah, I didn't necessarily agree 100% with what Yao was saying.
Yeah. About
there not being any what's it called? People starting their own businesses in Ghana.
Yeah. I think you're right. That's why I suppose maybe I did make that point that actually Ghanaians are entrepreneurs. It's just the opportunity. It's finding the opportunity when they travel, and the opportunity might not be as open to them. And he talked about other, you know, like Bangladeshis, Indians, but I think that that's different because they have more of a legacy of people starting those businesses than perhaps we do as Ghanaians. But it has to start somewhere. And if we get the opportunity now, and I think as Mami Sewa said, you know, we have to be able to acknowledge that we have to start small, that we may need to start small because we have to start from somewhere.
Definitely. Definitely.
And Beth, do you have any question you'd like to put it to our coach this evening?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny one. Yeah, because I actually want to get into more formal mentoring and coaching myself. And I've been a mentor. I've done mentoring over the years, but it's all been voluntary with young people. It's something I really, really like, and it's something I want to make more formal. And I know a lot of mentoring isn't paid, which is a bit unfortunate. But I'm also doing a mentoring and coaching course at level 2, which is really low level, I know. But yeah, just any tips in terms of pursuing that and going in that direction, really.
So the first thing I'll say is it's great that you're getting the training, whatever level. You know, it's good to get any training is good training. You have to start from somewhere. And I think a big tip is you can be paid to do coaching, not maybe less so mentoring, but definitely with coaching. So set your stall in a place where you set your stall to say that you are going to do, if you want to do this as a job, that you're going to be paid to do it, and find the places where you will be paid to do it. So like for me personally, I did some youth coaching, and I started out working, I mean, I know times are different and there's cuts, but with local authorities. and also working within schools, because there are always openings. They don't call it a coach; they might call it like, a learning supervisor or a learning
pastoral care or something.
That kind of thing. But it is coaching. You'll be using your coaching skills, and then it's good for your CV for the next role that you do, because you've got evidence of the kids that you've helped.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Bev. Thank you for your contribution, Bev. Hope you're having a good evening.
I am, and I'll continue listening.
Good. All right, then. Thanks,
love. See you later.
Bye. It's two very different calls, but very interesting calls. Thank you, Bev. Thank you, Brielle, for getting involved. Hello to everybody on Bookface. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Sam. Denise is on there. Aaron is listening and watching.
Oh, Aaron.
So I know Hi, Aaron. Hi, Lilia. She said hello. Hello to everybody that's watching. Mr. Rogers was watching earlier on.
What's he?
I'm sure he was. Sure he'll come back. He made mention of something about Al Pacino and Robert De Niro likening us to. I don't mind. I'll be Pacino.
Okay, I'll be De Niro.
All right. Yeah. So, sis, what I've forgotten what the question was before Brielle came on. But we'll come back to it. What has been your biggest challenge so far in obviously stopping full-time work and then going with the coaching? Where was your mind at a time? What were you feeling around? Was there any nervousness getting into just working for yourself and depending solely on your income from there? How are you feeling?
I mean, it's not easy,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, a lot of not being afraid to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Because the opportunities don't just come to you. And, at the end of the month, the money doesn't just go into the account. Mm-hmm. It's like day-to-day grafting and knowing that if you don't work, you don't get paid. Mm-hmm. And for me as well, it's like I'd always worked in environments where you have like your IT support and you have your HR person and the person who you send your form off for your holiday or that kind of thing. But when you're working for yourself, you are your own IT support. When your computer breaks, you have to work out how to fix it. You
pick up other skills,
and if one of the children is sick, there's that balancing act around. Well, I've got this meeting or this client call. I don't want to miss it because obviously I want to get paid. So it's a different juggle. It's not. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's great to be my own boss, but the day-to-day challenge of regular income is real.
It is real. It is real. So how do you then keep motivated? Because I find that sometimes you're quite organised person. I'm not so organised all the time. I try.
Really?
Yeah, but not so much all the time. And more as I'm trying to do my thing and trying to fulfill this purpose that I feel like I have, I do realise that is one of my biggest Achilles heels, is that I'm not as organised, and I do need to be. How do you keep yourself, and also even the motivation? I love what I'm trying to do at the moment. Obviously I'm juggling it with a full-time job as well, but I absolutely do love it. I feel like it just it calms me down. It really relaxes me, so I absolutely love it. I don't really see it as a job just yet. But sometimes I lose the motivation a little bit. So, and like you said, you've been doing this for 10 years. And I know you've got several clients at a time. You're organising your diary. You're looking after 2 kids. You've been a wife. Various things. How do you keep motivated? How do you keep on top of things?
Because I always know what I want to achieve in any given period of time. So different things motivate me different, but if money's the motivator at that time because I want to buy that ticket to go to Ghana, then I know how much I want to earn and in the period of time, and so that's my motivation. That's what keeps me on track, because I've got that end goal in sight and I know
Get
I'm
the
working
money.
towards. And even on those days where I think, I can't do, or like a true Ghanaian, it's raining, I don't want to go out. I've got in my mind that, landing at Kotoko International
It's gonna be amazing.
and the humidity hitting me. And that's what keeps me motivated.
That's it. So basically, we've got to have a goal that, you've got to identify your focus.
Yeah, definitely. I always use this analogy for my clients. So, you wouldn't get in the car at the start of at Hendon or whatever, the M1, and just get in the car and drive and see where you end up.
Yeah.
Usually, you fill your car up because you're heading on the M1 from Hendon to Luton. You've got that end goal in sight, and you might stop off at the services along the way, bit of a pit stop, but what makes you get back in the car is knowing that you've got a goal in sight. And it's the same thing with life or business or whatever it is that you're doing.
Very good. I like that. So I'm going to take it back a little bit, because you're accredited by various coaching what do we call them, companies? Coaching bodies.
Coaching bodies.
Coaching bodies, the body. Okay, so like Bev was saying that she wants to get into actual coaching. Who do you need to sign up with? What kind of accreditations do you need? What kind of studying do you need to do? What did you do?
Okay.
How many hours? 3 hours? Are you giving up?
So the best advice I was given was to choose a coaching company that was ICF that was accredited, so be it Association for Coaching or ICF, International Coach Federation. So because coaching at this moment in time isn't regulated, however there's lots of talk about how it will be eventually regulated. So any training that you do it with an accredited body. So I chose the Coaches Training Institute, which is a US-based coaching school, but many of the face-to-face classes were in London. And I did my coaching over the course of my training over the course of 18 months to enable me to spread the cost and also the time that it involved. My best piece of advice is to choose a school that's accredited, and if you go onto the Association for Coaching or the International Coach Federation, it usually has, or there is, a list of accredited coaching schools, and it's about finding one that feels that it aligns with your values and the way that you want to work, and also your pocket, that you can afford it.
Yeah, the pocket is very important.
It's very important.
It's very, very important. And so once you've done your studying, etc., how did you get your name out there? I know that you worked in marketing before.
Yeah.
So you had an advantage.
Well, you say that. It's easy to market products, not so easy to market yourself.
Okay. So how did you get your name out there? Were there certain sort of seminars that you made sure you keep going? Were you networking? Networking's
been the big thing for me. I mean, networking and building relationships with people, and I've done over the years and still do associate work for bigger companies, which helps to build your credibility, and it's getting the evidence. It's doing the work, basically. So when you're talking to somebody and it's not just you saying, look at me, I'm brilliant. It's being able to say, this is the journey that I've been on, this is where I am now, and this is where I want to be next.
Okay. It's the drive. Yes. It's the driving force. What's your motto in life? Or I looked at your page again, like I said, And I can see that you've got a few, but what is the thing that you go back to?
The thing that I always go back to is to be true to myself. To always be true to myself. You know, there's a lot of noise and advice out there.
Yeah.
And to know that the truth is always within me.
Yeah.
And to stay humble and to access that and to use that as my guiding light.
Okay. I like it.
Oh, good.
I like it. I like it. I like it. So going back to overall people that inspire you, who are these people? Who is it? One person? Is it a body of people? A type of people?
I say type of people. I mean, I've met some truly inspirational people over the years, and the ones who have really, and you know, many of them have become my mentors over the years. And I think that it's a type of person. People who walk their talk inspire me. So they're not just standing up giving these inspirational talks about, you know, how to be in life or how to be in business. When you actually look past that talk, they're actually living their life in that way that they're talking about. And, you know, a big learning, just sort of going on a slight off the course a little bit, but
that's fine.
A big learning is the importance of cultivating your circle and the people that are around you. And I think that's important in life and in business. And to have different mentors for the different areas of your life, because it's always these mentors who will lift you up or lift you higher, and who will always be there for you when you need them, and who will celebrate with you and will shout about your achievements for you.
That's
it's really
very
important to surround yourself with the right people. I saw something on the book face today.
On the book face, yes.
This woman, somebody had posted a picture, and it's like, you know, when you have a bowl, when there's a rotten fruit in a fruit bowl, and you put a fresh fruit next to it, that the fresh fruit starts to rot. You know, it draws from the rot of the rotten fruit. And it's a similar thing in life. You know, if you put the right people next to you, then you will flourish and thrive and shine. But if you don't, you won't.
That's very true. That's true. That's true. Thank you. What's your advice to me, sis? As your little sister, what's your advice to me trying to break into business, to stay in for the long term? What's your advice? I'm new to this. What's your advice to me?
So, first and foremost, decide what it is that you actually want to achieve.
Okay.
Is it to be rich and... no. Is it to just be famous and to have lots of people saying your name?
The money.
Or is it...
the cash.
Is it to make, like, X amount of money, or is it a combination? Like, be intentional. Decide what it is you want to do and write it down. So, you know, for example, you're doing your side hustle.
My side hustle.
Day job. So, you know, is it that in the next 12 months, I want to go part-time and have this business be 50-50. And if that's the case, this is how much I need to earn. And to earn this is how much I need to sell. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Break it down. So month by month, this is how much I need to sell. So what do I need to do to make that happen? How do I get my things to get them out there? Who am I going to speak to? Who's my target market? Who's going to buy from me? And just make it happen.
Tea for thanks. Make it happen, she said.
And you can.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can.
Sometimes it feels like, I have to say, sometimes I feel like, is this more like a hobby that you're doing, or is it, you know, a real thing? I want it to be. It started off as just trying something different, and I found that I do love it, and people actually enjoy the things that I create, and so that's a nice boost. But yeah, I have to get the focus.
What does that tell you? That people are actually liking it and liking your creativity?
They are. I do worry that, how long can I do that for?
How long can you do the
Like,
making
I
for?
can actually making it, but how long, at what point is everybody in my circle going to have one, or at what point will the orders stop coming, or...
Listen, do you think...
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Do you think Mr. Alan Sugar got to where he is by selling in his circle?
It's true.
His Amstrad, or whatever it was. Or do you think, Mr. Apple, who's it? Who's the Apple man? Steve.
It was Steve Jobs and
Steve. Yeah. Do you think he? I'm sure he started in his circle, but to become who he is, he had to look outside of his circle.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing for you. Polka dots.
Polka dots. Love polka dots. Yeah. Thanks, sis. Guys, do call in if you can into the studio. We are here. We're chopping it up, as they say. Call and get some, great advice from our business and executive coach right here, live and direct. We have Jess for another hour and a half. Don't let the opportunity go to waste. Make use. There's some people. If you've joined us online, hello. Hi, Daytona. Hi, DJ Mahama. A few people have joined us and are listening. So if you are listening on the book phase, on the YouTube, on Periscope TV, welcome to Fire Live Radio. And thank you also for joining us. I'm here with Jessica. I have to stop calling you that. With Jessica, talking about the life of a business and executive coach, really. So if you do want to get involved in our little conversation, the telephone number is 0203 002 8482. We are live on FireLiveTV, so you can join us on the book face and send us a little message. Let us know that you are watching. Send us a little dance, a little wave, whatever you want. Join us. So Jess, I'm gonna embarrass you a little bit.
Oh no!
I'm going to read. There's so many testimonies here from clients that you've worked with, but I'm going to choose one.
Oh no!
I'm going to choose two.
No.
Maybe three.
No.
So one that I really liked is from a lady called Catherine, and she's a brand director, and she says, Jess has an incredible ability to challenge your beliefs in a productive and meaningful way, a way that allows you to be the version of yourself that you want to be by taking practical steps towards your goals. Nothing airy-fairy, just highly effective mentoring for women who have high expectations of themselves and things they want to achieve personally and professionally.
Oh,
I really like that.
blushing.
Don't blush. I'm going to put it on you. Are you blushing,
No.
sister? Don't blush. I've got some more.
No, stop.
Okay, no, this is a good one. Haley says, talking to Jessica was like someone handing me the magic key. It is now up to me. I would recommend Jessica to anyone, and actually I already have. There's so many like that. There's some really long ones as well. There's a very long one from Elaine, which is full of just great stuff. And so obviously what you said about making a difference in people's lives and doing something meaningful, these testimonies definitely attest to it. That, you are achieving your goal. And, I'm pretty sure you're making some of that money. So you'll be going to Ghana. We're going to Ghana. But, I mean...
what if I didn't have 2 kids?
Oh, there's that too. Tina and I will look after them for you.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
worry. Just go. But yeah, so it's great when you're doing something and people do send you these messages, and is a great boost, and I assume that's part of the motivation that you have. You know, when somebody says to you, "You've done a great job for me," that does motivate you to then go on and do for other people as well. So, it's a big.
Yeah, it does. I mean, yeah, you, it's nice to get that recognition. That's not the only reason I do it for.
Yeah.
Do you know, this is going to sound a little bit cliche, but it doesn't feel like work. You know what feels like work? The kind of the marketing bit and the kind of the hustle to get the clients. I don't know the word hustle, I don't know why I use that. But that's the hard work bit. The actual, when it comes down to the coaching bit, for me, I could do that. If someone else could do all the other stuff, the business building stuff, and all I had to do was back-to-back coach people, then that would be it. I'd be complete.
Okay. What kind of... Oh, we missed a call. Caller, I apologise. Please do call back. I need to do better. My focus.
You're doing brilliantly.
Oh, thanks. You have a few packages.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to tell us, like, for anyone listening that might, or is that more tailored to, depending on what the person wants?
Yeah, it's more tailored to the individual.
Okay.
I've put the packages as a guide.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends on what the individual needs or wants.
All right, so do you want to tell us how people can get in touch with you?
Yeah.
Tell us all your handles.
Yeah.
It's a new word I've learned, your social media handle.
Yeah, your handles. Yeah,
Oh,
like
I'm hip.
Down with the kids. So I am on Instagram, although I don't use it as much as I probably should do. I am Jess Rogers Coach.
Yeah.
On Twitter, I'm Jessica Rogers 76.
It's Twitter. Not Twitter. It's Twitter.
On Twitter. Or you can look at my website, jessicavrogers.co.uk. And that's it. And I'm on LinkedIn too as Jessica Manu Rogers.
Jessica Manu Rogers. And if somebody wanted to send you an email,
they can send me an email at info@jessicavrogers.co.uk.
Bam.
And I do have a weekly newsletter which you can subscribe to. My weekly boost if you want hints and tips and recommendations, and it's free.
Awesome.
Sign up and it comes into your inbox every Monday morning.
Directly.
Right there. Go to my website and sign up on there.
Okay, great. Well, I think I have actually. I did a couple of days ago, so I'll be waiting for my newsletter on Monday.
7 a.m. Monday morning, it pops into your inbox.
Wow, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
It'll be ready for me when I wake up.
Yes, to boost you through the week.
Yay! Yeah, I do try to read, like, some inspirational things. I don't like to listen to the news too much because I find it quite depressing. Yeah. So I've switched to really just... opting in for various newsletters that does kind of give you a bit of a boost for the day. Audiobooks.
Don't have Audible on your phone and listen to audiobooks, because sometimes you might not want to read if you're sitting on a train, if you've got a commute to work, and you put your audiobook in and just listen and let it. And especially if it's something inspirational or something. Because I find business books quite difficult to just sit and read. Yeah. And you just pick up what you need, and sometimes there'll be something you think, and then you can write it down. And you just get the messages.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts.
Podcasts as well.
You've done a couple, haven't you?
I have, yeah. So I've been on. There's a podcast by a lady called Tammy Thomas, Live 360. Yeah, that's a lovely podcast. I've featured on that recently.
I should be checking it out.
Yeah, I do like Tammy's podcast. See, on my weekly boost, I always give you something to read. Yeah. So usually a book or an article, something to listen to or watch, which is a TED Talk or a podcast. Yeah. And somebody to follow, and it's usually an inspirational woman to follow on socials.
On socials, on the social handles.
Yes, socials on socials.
So what's this week's? You know, I missed the newsletter this week, but what's this week's book?
So this, oh God, you're testing me now.
I am.
So this week it was an article actually, and
Okay.
it was an article. It was messages. It was letters, messages, a selection of messages from inspirational women that they would tell their younger selves.
Oh, I did a show about that before.
Actually, you know, I remember.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. So, I mean, I like that kind of stuff. I wrote a blog. It was for International Women's Day, and it was a letter to my daughter because my daughter's 8, and it's sort of things I'd like to say.
Yeah.
Things, or kind of the messages I want to give her.
Yeah.
As she becomes a young woman.
And she is slowly becoming a young woman.
She's becoming a young woman too quickly. I don't know about slowly, Auntie Sheila.
Maybe that's.
And the watch this week was a TED talk by a lady called Melody Hudson. It's about being colour brave, not colour blind.
Okay.
And the follow was. It was an Instagram follow. It was a lady who's a hormonal health expert, because of many of my subscribers are women of a certain age, somewhere between
that age and that age.
Yeah. So you're far too young for it, of course, sis.
Yeah, you know, I'm past that 35. Oh, but yeah. I see that Alicia Dixon's book is one of the ones that you recommend.
Yes.
And, you know, quite a lot of people are talking about that book.
Yeah.
Is it that good? Is it as good as people are saying?
Do you know what? So, my blog this week's a bit different because I thought because it's the Easter holidays, it'd be quite good to put sort of 5 books to inspire the next generation.
Yeah.
And the Alicia Dixon, the Lightning Girl series, I had never heard of it. My daughter told me about it.
See?
And she's 8, so she's not saying, this book's inspiring.
One
me.
second. We have a call.
Oh, okay.
Hello, caller.
Hi, Sheila. It's Davina.
Oh, sweetheart.
Hello, darling.
Hi.
Darling.
Hey, darling. How are
Hi,
you?
darling.
How are
Hi,
you, ladies? You alright?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine. I just called to say hi. I haven't been listening, so I'm actually sitting in a restaurant at the moment. I haven't been listening
A
to
restaurant.
what
What are you
guys
doing in a
are talking about.
restaurant? A restaurant? Eh?
Coffee.
Kofi Nakoda.
But I just thought I'd call to say hello. Jessica, you're doing so well. So proud of you.
Isn't she?
No, but I watched a bit of it. In 5 minutes. I thought I was being rude, so I had to switch it off.
We are going to talk about this dinner later.
Anyway,
worry.
let me leave you guys to it.
All right then.
Bye,
Thanks for
dear.
calling.
Yeah,
Bye.
Have fun. See you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Your
That
sister.
girl. That girl. Your sister.
That girl, Menu Davina. Yeah, it was nice to hear from her. Actually, she's taking too long to call anyway. We've got some more people joining us. So hello, Joash. Ashley is one of this awesome. He's a DJ. He's also a tailor. Does other stuff. So usually when I have something nice on, it's from him. So
Nice.
hi, Joash.
Where's he based?
He's in Croydon. He's in Croydon of St James's Road. I've got all the details, so if you've got anything that you want to put together for an event, he's got you. He's got you. He's good. Oh, he's the man to see, and he always gets it like.
Is it?
Yeah,
I need to take his deets.
Yeah, I will give you the deets. He's the guy. Hi, Dee is on here. She said, I'm trying to call but can't get through. Send the number again, but you got through. Thank goodness. Sorry, Dee. Hi, Ankara Aquest. He says, greetings to all viewers. Greetings to you too. Thank you for joining us this evening. Jessica.
Sister.
So you've already said that you would advise people to get into coaching. You enjoy it. What does Ruby think about what you do? Your kids. What do they think about your job?
I think they don't. All they think I do is I'm always on calls or on my laptop.
You're always talking, mummy.
Always talking, mummy. That's I get that. I think I want them to see that if you want something in life, that you have to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think hopefully they're seeing that, and they're learning that you know, nothing in this, you don't get anything on a silver platter. You have to work and be true to yourself and what you believe in, and yeah,
Cool.
that's how to live your life. So hopefully I'm setting them that example.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi, Sandy. Sandra's joined us from Ghana. Ghana's in, baby. Hello. DJ Muhammad says Baba Tuga. Who's that? Well, hello to Baba Tuga. Anyway, so Jess, do you think because of the work that you do, as far as being sort of more conscious with your daughter and also your son, does it help? Does it help you too?
I'm definitely more self-aware than I think I would have been, had I not been doing this work. I think I'm definitely more, through doing this work, more in tune and aligned with doing work that fulfills you and following your dream, rather than doing what you think you should do. In a way that, but I don't know, maybe it's a generation thing. I was going to say in a way that my parents were, but I think it's a generation thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you're going to be different. We're all different. This second generation.
There's more different careers as well
And
available to us. Not just the 6. The 6 African ones. 2 now, it's got that. Doctor accountant, doctor lawyer.
Doctor lawyer.
Finish.
Sorry,
no
lawyer,
more.
That's it.
That's it.
But even now, I think, my son's 11, and he said something to my mum about, I don't know if I want to go to university.
Already?
I think he was just talking. He's 11. He was just talking. And the reaction, you can imagine the reaction. And it's like, come on, you have to, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And, I'm definitely of the mind, I would, above all else, I want them to be happy.
Yeah.
I think if you're happy, everything does fall into place.
Yeah. That's also very generational. Because the generation before was go to school. That's what you need to do.
You don't need to be happy. Be happy in school.
Just that will make you happy after.
Yeah, that's it.
But okay. Oh, we didn't finish talking about the Alicia Dixon book.
Oh,
but I am going to read it.
Yeah, it's a kid's book, but
I do that.
She reads it. Well, you've got a niece.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And my daughter, she reads it, and she just likes the fact that she's looking at pictures and hearing about a girl that is like her. So,
what is it about? Have you?
It's a superhero, but she's black.
Oh,
I mean, it's a superhero story. Lightning Girl's a superhero. It's just that when you look at it and the way that it's written, and when you look at the pictures, it's more representative.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I back on here. So your other book that you have is Body Positive Power.
Yeah, that's more of a teen book, I think. Really.
So here it says how to stop dieting and make peace with your body and live.
Because
that's me.
The whole thing is within the book, she's talking about how as young women, it's all about body image and looking a particular way, and the messages that you get from the media.
Yeah.
Be they conscious or unconscious, and it's just squashing that and saying being happy in who you are in your skin, because having a 6-pack isn't going to make you happy. But even the McDonald's might know.
It does, but I admit it. But that's good, because there is a lot of sort of body shaming to a point going on. The other day, I had a phone call for somebody who's fairly close to me, who I love very much, an older person, and so the call was picked up. Didn't call directly to me, called my sister's phone. So it to my sister, and as soon as they came on, I was like, "Hey, mommy, you're fat." And I was like, "Oh, but I've been telling you for a while, and you've been saying, no. Oh, but it's only now I'm telling you, then you know it's very serious." And I said, "Okay, I'm not going to mention the name or how the person's related to me or not related." But so that was literally the conversation. And when I got off, I was like, I know, I could do with a little bit off, but actually I'm fairly happy. But overall, there's always, when a woman or a person actually shows that they are comfortable in whatever skin, whether or not is a few pounds or a few stones more, you will always get people like, "Oh, well, don't you want to go to the gym?" Or a friend of mine had gone on a couple of dates with this guy who used to be obese before, but he's been doing his keto diet or whatever, and he's lost quite a bit of weight. And then he kept saying, "Oh, are you gonna come to the gym with me? Are you going to lose a bit of weight here? So you've done it, you're happy, that's fine. This person hasn't complained to you and said, I'm not happy with how my body is or whatnot." In fact, she's got a great body, I think. And he just keeps going on, and he'll make kind of little comments like, "Oh, that girl, she's just so fat. I just stopped dating her because," and just thinking, you've been in that position, and so now that you've lost some, are you also going to join the crew and do that? So I think that's a good book, especially for teenagers as well, because I remember when I was younger, I know that I wasn't overweight in my teens, but I was always like, "Oh my gosh, I need to maybe work out or do this, or I can't wear this," and there is a lot of pressure at that point, and everybody's looking at the supermodels who are size zeros.
And also now everyone airbrushes their pictures, so you're looking at these pictures of these girls with
perfect makeup,
like
no spots,
washboard stomach, but with a booty so big that
big hips.
like if that was real, they'd be toppling over, and it's not healthy. It's not right.
It's not right.
No, it's not.
We must stop. So the book is by Megan Jane Crabb, aka what? Body.
I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Body Pussy Panda.
Pussy Panda. That's it. Yeah.
Body Pussy Panda.
Pussy Panda.
Is that her social media handle? I think it is. I'm gonna follow her.
Yeah.
Body Pussy Panda. I wonder why she got that.
My favourite book on that list is the Little Leaders book, the one at the end.
The Little Leaders book.
By Vashrati Harrison. Follow her as well on Instagram.
Oh.
And that's all. It's all. I bought that for my daughter, and it's black female leaders across the years, from Ruby Bridges. Back in segregation days to Oprah Winfrey, now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it tells you their story. And I think that there's a real message in there for young girls about the different leaders that have come through the years, and the statements that they've made and the difference that they've made. I think it's a good bit of information for our next generation, boys and girls, to have.
Cool. So there's a couple more. I won't. No. But there's the Mega Magic Hair Swap.
Yeah. That one I haven't read that, but I've heard a lot about it, and it's because like when little girls don't like their hair.
Yeah.
Although I think times are changing actually.
Now they are.
Yeah.
Especially young black girls are definitely embracing their natural hair and Afro puff more. But before.
Yeah. before that. So that book is about loving your hair. The theme on all the books is loving yourself as you are, loving yourself in your skin.
I like it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much time like you spend sort of, because if you're doing this every week, you've got to trawl through so many pages, so many websites, do the reviews, and you do a nice little review on all these books.
I do have some help, I must admit, with my weekly list. But yeah, generally I'll only put things on it that I genuinely like myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying that things like audio, because I listen to a lot of audio books because I can listen to them in the car when I'm traveling. So when I listen to something I like, I just make a note of it, and the boost is I've only been doing it since November, so it's sort of years of stuff that I've read and done, and now it's more, there's a bit more of a churn. I'm like finding new things, but it also because I'm doing it makes me more attuned to what's going on around me. When I see something, I immediately clock it. Like I read something, I picked up a free magazine at the tube station last week, and I saw somebody in there who I thought, I like what she's doing. I made a note of her, so she'll feature as a follow in a few weeks' time, that kind of thing.
Okay. But before we take a little break, because we've been talking for over an hour, we are just enjoying it.
I know.
Me, I'm very much enjoying it.
It's nice. I like it.
It's nice. Yeah. So it's nice to have you here to myself for a couple of hours. Actually, it's nice. When you decided that you were going to work for yourself, be your own boss, I know it was around, like you said, when you had your first, your son, and you decided that. Did you speak to your parents about it? Did you speak to your husband about it? What did they say? How did they receive that?
So it was it didn't just happen overnight. It was a transition. So it was something I discussed with my husband over a period of time. Okay. But I didn't tell my parents for ages. I was a grown woman of 30-something.
But you were scared.
I was scared. I remember leaving my first long-term marketing job, and I must have been like 25, 26 to move to another role. I was headhunted. And I remember phoning, I'll never forget it, I was standing on Oxford Street. I'd just come out of the interview, and I phoned my dad. It was a Friday afternoon, and I said, they've offered me this job, this pen. And the first thing my dad said was, what about your pension?
They love that.
Well done, dear. Congratulations. What about your pension? What happens to the pension? It was like, Dad, in these days you can transport, you can port your pension across. But that's all he said. Since you graduated, you have the same pension. What will you do now? Like, I'm 25 or 26. Cool. Come on.
Bless him.
I know. So even now, they don't really know what I do. I mean, I think maybe they've mellowed a bit with age, because it's like, as long as you're happy. They do say that these days. But I remember the conversation. They just didn't get it. Well, what do you mean you're leaving your job?
What is it? You're not being a lawyer. You're not being a doctor.
Yeah, it was like, to do what? To help
what
people.
Is that?
Help people do what? It's just like...
I'm just imagining your dad.
He was just, he has that death stare.
Yeah.
Just looking at my face. He was like, okay.
What is this?
I see. And for a time, when will you go out and get a job?
That is my job.
Yeah, I'm doing my job.
Oh, bless them. They want the best for us.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But it's really hilarious, some of the things that they do say sometimes. I remember when I said to my mum, I'm going to take some time out and just temp for a while. Because, I wanted to learn, new systems and stuff. And my mum was like... And then she talked about the pension as well. Yeah. In fact, the other week, I was saying to her, I'm ready to go back into, permanent work now. Okay. But make sure you find something with a good pension. I think it's also because they've retired and they've seen how their pensions are working for them.
I was just about to say to you,
it's working well.
The pensions is working, so they're speaking from a place of knowledge, aren't they?
They are living life.
Yeah, it's
enjoying their life. So they keep talking about the pension, which is great. Yeah. I'm going to play some music so we can have a little breather. And Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm actually playing it. Sometimes it doesn't come out, but today, dear.
Don't get involved in what you're skilling with that hats. I never play your humor. Then get the wrong perception of me, so they might say things that be totally false. You know me more, you know me. I might down 1 shot, 2 shots, keep the speakers pumping. She just won't push and eat, and then we're up to something. I want me yard with my African girl. She hot like Nicki Minaj. I want me yard with my African
Hello,
girl.
caller. Hello.
Yo, Sheila, how you doing, right?
Hi, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm decent.
Oh, good. Is that Junior?
Yeah, you lot do good.
Thank you. His family are in the house.
Okay, let me turn the volume down because I can hear you in the speaker and in the phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Turn the volume down, please.
Is that better?
Yes. Motown breezy.
Yeah, man, I'm loving the topics. I'm loving all of that. You lot keeping it real positive.
Thank you.
Nice to hear, man. I'll let you lot get in the zone because the music's playing and I'm turning the volume up. That's why it was so loud, because the music was playing.
Yeah, we just tried to go on break and then you called. But we're happy, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Keep it going, keep it up. Hi, Jess, how you doing? You alright?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
No, I'm decent. I'm loving this, man. Keep it going and then put the music back up so I can turn the volume back up.
Alright then. Thanks, Stu.
Alright, take it easy, yeah?
Bye.
Bye.
Oh well, we can still have a break. Before I go, I want to say hello to Wendy. Oh, Wendy, I went to school with Wendy. I haven't seen her in many years, but thank you for tuning in, Wendy. To Siva as well. I worked my first job out of uni. I worked with Siva, and we're still keeping in touch. I was like good.
That's nice. Don't tell us your age now.
Oh my goodness. It's a long time. I wouldn't say, hi Sandra. Sandra says, Ghana style, no filters, you are fat. Exactly. This, yeah. To the call. Yeah. That was.
What are you supposed to do with that information? I'm just curious.
I don't even know. I laughed it off because I know the generation he's from, and I know that he doesn't really have a bad bone in his body. But it was just like, Ghanaians have no filter, Jess.
Yeah, that's it.
Africa, it's not even just Ghanaians. Africans don't have...
You need to know what's in my mind.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you.
I was like, that's what you've called me this morning. That I haven't even eaten. And you've called me to say such things to me. But it was okay. I laughed it off and...
You have to take it with
he's like,
salt.
you have to do something. And he said, you have to go to the gym. And I was thinking in my head, Uncle, I'm trying to use my money for something else. Maybe I'll walk a bit more.
What's the thing my dad says? Kezin, meeting one can go school.
Kezin.
It's like...
They don't play. So I was like, okay, no problems. I'll take it and put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
And just wait it out. But yes. So, maybe the next time you come in, Jess, I'll be like a little size. What size am I going to go for?
Size 0.
Oh, that lollipop thing don't work for me.
And then
I want some.
Then the next thing, when you get to Ghana, they say,
you are skinny. Are you sick?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, Oyare.
You can't win.
No, just
you can't.
be your best. Be you.
I really need somebody to actually tell me what the correct size is according to Ghanaians, because
you can't win.
You can't. No. You're too big you're
sick. You look sick.
Barbara. Unidiana.
It's true. You can't win.
Somebody asked me, and I don't even know why she asked me, but I had lost some weight, and she said, "Oh, when you saw Norezia Nibiana." Oh. I was like, really? I'm nowhere near that slim, but I love my people. I love them. Hi Jane, how are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you everybody for joining us. I know we are on slightly earlier today. We started early today, but it's only for today, from next week, I will be back on at my regular time of 8 o'clock to 10 p.m. But today we are finishing at 9 o'clock. So, hey. All right, we're really going to play some music now. We're going to have a break now because I need some water. Insure. Come to me.
It's alright. All of my guys are alright. Look at us, we wearing all white. Smoking and drinking all night. It's alright. All of my guys are alright. Look at us, we wearing all white. Smoking and drinking all night. Yeah. Okay. Nah. Shisha, everything shine. Nah. Shisha, everything shine. Okay. Nah. Shisha, everything shine. Nah. Shisha, everything shine.
Mr. Boy, Mama Shayo, Mama Shayo, Mama Tashawo, Mama Belle, Omo Ele, Kajoma Lele, yeah, Sheba won Lole, Nene. Say when I pull up is a Benz, yes. When the money come, me plenty, yeah. Now all the girls wanna roll. Every day we dey shy, oh. Every day we dey shy, oh. Me and my girl we go shamaya, but I know they smoke banana. Yeah. Everywhere we dey alright, oh. Everywhere we go, we dey alright, oh. Dressed in all white, oh. I will dey thank God for my life, oh.
It's alright. All of my guys are alright. Look at us, we wearing all white. Smoking and drinking all night. It's alright. All of my guys are alright. Look at us, we wearing all white. Smoking and drinking all night. Yeah. Okay. Nah. Shisha, everything shine. Okay. Nah. Shisha, everything shine. Okay. Nah. Shisha, everything shine. Nah. Shisha, everything shine.
Jump so cute, I'm gonna jump so cute. All my people that go jump so cute. Boss man, you go jump so cute. When the back they enter body. All the girl them go shake their body. They go shake their body. Oluwa bona mo bona belly. They mo bona belly. You know the money you take up police. Me I they love you gone.
So we are back. We are back from our little break. We listened to some music. Had a little natter, didn't we, sis? And we are back. So hello to everybody that's messaging me. Hi, Raymond. Raymond is in Ghana and he's listening to us. Shout out to everybody at Vianis Bistro. That's where I get my favourite shake from. In Legon, just by Commonwealth. Go there to get your full English breakfast, the best smoothies that you can have in Ghana. Like, they're tasty, they're healthy. Go for the roots. That's my drink. Go for the roots. So shout out to Raymond, shout out to Malay, and the whole crew, everybody. I have a message. Oh, people are having problems with the Fire Live. I apologize. We are on Facebook, Nene. Hello, Twinny, my twin from another mother. We are on Facebook as FireLiveTV. Subscribe, share, listen, do all that stuff. I've got this really huge spot on my forehead.
I didn't even notice.
So I apologize if it comes like close to the screen. But you can also tell me how I can get rid of it. You know? That would help. Junior says, oh, he said you're not fat, Sheila. You're perfect.
It's true.
Thank you, cuz. Thank you. I won't mind them.
No mind them.
Honey. So, sis, you gave me a little fun. Well, it's not so much a fun fact, but you...
Which one?
During a break about the
Oh, the
Brixton
riots.
Braxton. Yes. What did you?
On this day? How many years ago? I just looked and I've forgotten how many years already. Look, old age.
Did it say 20? Was it 20?
No, it's more than 20 years, isn't it? I've lost it, I'm afraid. But Brixton riots started this actual day in history.
So right now, some craziness was going on.
Yeah.
Outside, and we're in Brixton as well. So I'm glad that it's not.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, on this date in 1981.
Oh, so I was a couple of months old. But not here.
I was 5.
You were 5 years old, sister? Yes. We were not involved. We were at home. Relaxing, enjoying life.
Yeah, so 38 years ago on this day.
Oh. Hello, Irajwa. Good evening. She says, love from the US. Love from Lendin.
Town.
Thank you for tuning in. I love your lipstick. I've got a thing about red lipstick, haven't I?
You've got nice red lipstick on. You've always got nice red lipsticks.
Oh,
take some tips.
Thanks.
Find the right red.
Thanks, sister. Irajwa, are you the one that contributes quite a lot to Boss Lady's show? And if you are, I really love your voice. She's got this really sweet, soothing and calming voice.
Oh, call in.
And it's, yeah. Can you call in, please? We want to hear the voice if it is you. I think it is. But yeah. Sis, we've got 24 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I think we've done, as much as we could probably do with your work. So again, I want to say that I really appreciate that you've come in. You have made the journey, over an hour's journey.
I know.
Just to come and see me. Oh,
my sister.
Oh, sweetheart. See for thanks, eh? Thank you. So guys, oh yeah, it is a Rajwa. Well, it's nice to have you listening to my show today. Is it because Boss Lady is not here? I mean, I'll take it. So I'll take it. It's nice to have you. Sis, you wanted to ask me something?
I did.
What?
So I'm going to ask you that question. So, well, how do you want life to look if you had
my God,
a crystal ball?
Yeah.
And you could create what you want inside your crystal ball of life. How would you want your life to look 1 year from now? On April what is it today? The 10th. April
10th of April.
2020. What do you want? What shall come to pass?
What shall come to pass? Firstly, great health for me and everybody that I love and care about. I have a few challenges at the moment, which I've recently done sort of a timeline. I was listening to a podcast that said, don't do 5 years from now, do a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, and break it down so it's more viable. So I've done that, and I'm hoping that as the months go on, I would have ticked off. It's not like crazy things, but it's necessary things that has to be done. And definitely within a year, there's certain things, or maybe not so much obstacles, but there's definitely certain things that needs to be moved out, and better and bigger things need to come in. So I'm working on that list. So a year from now, good life, I would have ticked off everything. Well, yeah, because it's a year and it's March, actually. So by March, ideally, I would have had things ticked and crossed out.
So you'd stop blocking your blessings.
Yes, I would have. Yeah, stop blocking my blessings. That too. And a year from now, also, I hope that I come into myself more as a person. I think there's an idea that people have about me of who, like on the outside, they think I am, and I am that person. I think mostly it's good. But there's another part as well that I hope to get out more. Like this show, for instance, I always say to people, people say, how about, you know, going the next step and trying? And I always feel like, I feel like a bit of a fraud because I don't really think I'm a presenter as such. I feel like it's something, I come in and do it, but I don't feel like I wouldn't say competent, but I don't feel as confident to go on to the next step maybe, or do you know, that kind of thing. So I think it's maybe having more confidence and sitting back and just realising actually I'm doing something. I mean, if not for anything, like we've got 4 people watching at the moment. So it's something, and I think some evenings I do get some really nice messages as well that motivate me, say, you know, you're doing a good job, we've really enjoyed that, and so forth. So maybe I need to take the other things I do more serious, like this, and, you know, the business I'm trying to grow, do see it as not just the thing I'm doing, but actually that I am actually a businesswoman.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to call myself a businesswoman.
And step into it.
And step into it boldly.
Yeah.
So there's a few things, but it's going to be a good year. Because, yeah, it's going to be a good year. Yeah. So that's it. You put me in a spot.
I can see there's some deep resonance with what you're saying, just by the way you're saying. And the energy in this room all of a sudden.
And I'm going to come and see you as well at some point this year. I need to get my money up because, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna come and see you at some point.
Yes.
I'm gonna have. So because I know you will check me.
I'll check you.
You will check me. No BS. You'll check me. Era says that. Oh, she said you're bold and beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And she says, I've tuned in on many occasions without commenting because I was mostly at work. Yeah. I'm like that when I'm listening to you, actually, because I'm at work with the earphones in and I'm just laughing. But thank you for tuning in. Seeing everybody else that has tuned in. Did you have another question for me, sis?
Let me think.
Are you gonna do another thing?
If you could have one wish come true for your business, like real, I don't know how much you want to say on air, but yeah, just one wish for your business. So something beyond, for you to be successful, you know, just something really specific and measurable.
Okay, so one of my many mothers and I were having a conversation, and she said to me, why don't you get your products in a store, in a big store? It's like a concession type. And when she said it, I was like, I don't think I'm there yet. But actually, when I counted how many things I have been getting out, I could have it in there. And so I've been looking into like how you would go about getting the products, the things that I do, my jewelry, and things, how I would go about getting it like a concession store within a department store, because it's doable. I was reading up like this whole podcast thing that I'm in, just people really starting really small and not believing themselves at first, but slowly they've just realized the impact that they're making, and just being bold, just taking that step and just doing it, because what's the worst that can happen? Really, they'll say no, and I'm not going to go backwards. You know, I still would have tried, and I'll still be doing what I was doing anyway. But that's one door. There's how many doors? So that's for me, that's success.
So getting
to a point.
Stockists.
Yes.
Your brand.
Yes. So
I've got a tip for you.
You've got a tip for me?
Come off air, remind me.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's it. So I'll be doing some legwork, and I'm sorting out sort of marketing their company. I didn't have a website, so I'm now working on one. Like, I've actually bought a domain, and
Good.
I know, the other day I was like, and I do have another lady who actually, Sue, we met at work, and we've just been very good. She's just one of those people. She's very encouraging. Once you start doing something, and she's that person, she's no BS. It's like, you haven't done this, do it.
Yeah.
Even in work, she was my boss.
Yeah.
And she sees the potential in people, and she goes for it, and it's like, until you see it. So she's like, almost every other week, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done that? You've got to do this.
That kind of
I
accountability
do.
partner.
And she's definitely that woman. So I want to say thank you. A big thank you to, like, most of my friends and family are like that anyway. But Sue, for, you know, when you meet someone at work, like, the friendship is there, but she's really goes in, and to the point that the other week, she said, you know what, I'm going to invest in your company. And that almost made me cry. A little tear. So, but yeah, she's, I can go to her and would, you know, I need to sit down with you and talk about this. This is what I want to do. And she always has these great ideas. I come up with, like, lots of writing and things to ponder on. So I appreciate that. So it's good to have the people. I'm quite lucky, I think. I've got really a great network of friends and family who are very encouraging of things I do, and they hold me accountable. When, you know, your sister is one, she'll tell me, you're doing nonsense, or, you know, that's really good, well done, and stuff you do. So thank you to people who do that. So that's next year, you have to come back, and I'm going to tell you, oh, look at, I've done this, and but yeah, I think coaching, from the little experience that I had of it, I think it's a great thing. But we don't, I think black women, I think, don't like to, because you have to show a bit of a weaker side to you sometimes. I felt like you have to be vulnerable and let somebody dissect what's going on with you, and then throw it in your face. Well, not throw it, not in that, not shine a light on it, show you, like, put your face in that situation, and then get you to resolve it. And you've got to do the hard work with help. And sometimes that's a bit difficult.
But you know that it's all done with love.
With love.
You know, it's all done.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting a call.
Done for a good reason.
Hold on, caller. Sorry, Tess.
No, it's all done for a good reason. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, I can hear you.
Oh, hi. I have a question for Jessica.
I know who this is.
It's Mr. Aaron.
Aaron.
It's a family affair, isn't it, today?
Aaron, you tried to trick us.
You see? We know your voice, young man.
Oh, my bad. I just want to ask Auntie Jessica, I just want more information of your job of life coach. I just want to know, what do you really do?
What do I really do?
Oh, he missed that bit.
What do you do? My bad.
Yeah, what's your job? He missed the question, yeah.
I'm a bit... What do you mean, what do I do? You know what I do.
Well, he's asking again, what do you do?
Really, I don't know what I don't understand the job of a life coach.
You don't understand...
Yeah, that was my second question.
Well, a coach, a life coach, business coach, executive coach, career coach, you help. My job is to help people identify what it is that they want to achieve in life, and to help them set the goals and take the practical steps to make it happen.
Oh, okay.
You were not listening from the beginning.
how do you have people to reach out to you?
How
do you have? Huh? How do people reach out to you to say that they need a life coach?
So they can DM me on social media, or send me an email, or there's a contact form on my website.
Oh, okay.
Various. Do you need a life coach?
I was going to say, do you need a coach?
A business coach.
Yes, if you can be my life coach, that'd be great.
I'll be your life coach. You won't like it though, son. I'm your aunties can't be your life coach.
Wow. How are you, Aaron?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to you coming over in the summer so you can come and join us in the studio. You've already said... Yeah, you can come here and sit where Auntie Jessica's sitting.
Yes.
And then you can tell me all about life. What's going on as a teenager?
I can't do that.
What? We already talked about this, Aaron. You can't go back on your word.
Shy.
You're coming, yeah?
I'm camera shy.
You're camera shy. You're not camera shy.
Imagine.
I've seen your Instagram.
Don't worry. We can cover your head if you want.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay.
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 All right. What are you doing? What time is it now?
It's 3:50 here in America.
In America?
Have you come home from school?
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron. Well, I thank you for joining in. You know, taking time of your precious time to join us here in the studio. We appreciate it. So it's because you've got two aunties in here today. That's why you've called in. When I'm here by myself, you can't call, though.
Okay.
Getting told off, he's probably thinking, why did I call?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Thank you for calling. And
no problem.
And for listening.
Speak to you soon, dear.
Bye, darling.
You have my support.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetheart. I'll still beat you in that game. Did he tell you how much I beat him in Sorry?
I hope your listeners know that you cheat in games.
I did not cheat.
He's such a sore loser.
He is, isn't he? He can't lose. The one thing you have to teach him when you're coaching him is to accept losing.
He doesn't know how to lose.
I don't lose.
You try to cheat. But it's okay. It's okay, sweetheart. I'll go easy on you next time, all right?
Okay, I'll leave you guys alone.
All right. Bye. Say hi to your mom. Bye.
He's funny.
I beat him in Sorry.
It doesn't surprise me. He's not the best at board games, but he doesn't like to lose.
No, he won one game. I probably might have let him win. And then I beat him like 5 times in a row. And he wouldn't show his face. Oh, Aaron, I love you, really. I'll let you beat me next time. Hi, Pal. Okay, Pal's joined us. I hope everything went well today. It was quite a difficult day for quite a few people. So there was a funeral.
Oh, okay.
So I hope everything went well today. Era says, Mohammed, there was one thing I learned from one of your programs I watched. That is not to lend money to a close friend. But if I do, I shouldn't think about getting it back because it may never be repaid and might cause one to lose a dear friend. In short, many people aren't faithful with promises of money repayment. Hallelujah. That is so true. And so, yes, you do listen to the show. Thank you. Yeah, that is true. Do you ever, don't. So many times that I've lent money thinking, when they're very softly spoken, when they're asking for it, and I'll get it to you at this point. And then when it's time, it's like, your phone's not being picked up, you're avoiding, like, your enemies all of a sudden. It's horrible. So I always say I learned that lesson, and I always do it. But I've stopped. I won't be doing that nonsense anymore. Anymore. So, sis, I'm going to ask you, what is your goal for the next year? What's your next step? Because
my next step in life or in business, or
in life, in business, in everything.
So I think just to elevate in business, to elevate myself a bit more. So to reach different people in different ways. And in life, it's similar to what we said, you know, happiness and health for my family and extended family. You know, the kids are going through their changes, and it's a big year for my son as he moves to secondary school. So just to be able to support them properly, and be there for them, be present for them.
Is he going to go to school by himself? Are you worried? Don't be worried.
No, he started walking home 1 day a week already now.
Has he?
He's got a key, lets himself in.
My gosh!
I know, can you believe it? So it's a change. It's a change for all of us, really. You know, to go from having these little ones to all of a sudden
grown big boys. And they do grow really quickly. All of a sudden, like
you blink and then
that's it.
This age. A friend of mine, who's got her sons are like 19 and 21 or something. She says,
"Wow."
She feels like it's like she had a nap from when the youngest was 11, and then she woke up and all of a sudden they're both at university.
Oh my gosh!
Because it goes like that, she says.
Yeah.
So,
they're growing. Next thing you know, they're off to college, uni.
Well, that one who's just called us.
Yeah.
He's off.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
Wow. So quick. So quick.
So quick.
James is going to be 12 on Saturday. And I was just like, there's a picture I've got of him, his brother's birthday. So Max, Ruby, Ruby wasn't there, it was Max.
Yeah, I remember.
And I've got the picture, so every time I think about both of them together, I see the picture of them so little. And then I look at them and I'm like, oh my God.
Because you and Davina took them to soft play.
Yes.
Because I've got a picture of the two of them.
Oh my God.
I know. And now
they're big boys.
One's already at secondary.
Yeah, and one is about to join him.
I know.
Wow, where does the time go? Speaking of time, our time is almost up. We've got 2 minutes to go. So, just 2 minutes. Minutes pet. So, I'm going to ask your final bit of advice.
Okay.
Just about, final bit of advice for the listeners, please.
Final anything, any.
Final what? Some words of encouragement, advice, any. Yeah.
Yeah. So my final bit of advice is to know that the journey that you are on, with all of its challenges and all of its unknowns, is the journey for you. So enjoy it and make it and live the hell out of it. You know, do everything that feels right.
Yeah. And
just follow your dreams, because you will get there. And every step you take matters.
It matters. Even when you make the mistakes.
There's a learning.
It's teaching you something, isn't it?
Definitely. There's always something to learn.
Fantastic. So I'm going to play us out. I want to thank everybody, firstly, for joining in. Everybody that's called in, mostly family, but everybody that's called in this evening, everybody that's joined in online, that's been watching, that's been sending me messages. Hello to Trey. He says you can only go higher. Thank you. Maddie, congratulations. She started a new job this week. And she said it's going very well, so congratulations. Really proud of you. I hope everybody has a great week. I think the weather's looking up a little bit in London, but, you know, tomorrow's another day. It can change just like that. So we'll wait for it. Yeah, have a blessed week. Be safe, be happy. Do your thing, isn't it? Yeah, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Take that bold step. Do what you need to do to make you happy, first and foremost. And I shall see you next week. Next week, I've got a great lady coming in. I've got another lady coming in next week, Sharon. And we're going to talk about motherhood. So we haven't done that yet. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've been trying to get her on for quite a while. She's finally agreed. So I shall see you next week. Everybody have a great week. Ta-ta.
Stop all day for you. Everywhere you go, baby girl, you be my handbag. Gone are the days when me and you just stand for. Yeah. Making it right, make it just the stand for it, though. So good. Open up my mind, and I wanna you in my mind, though. Yeah. Baby girl, you find yourself, though. Girl, you make my head red, though. Anytime you know they close to me, yeah. Baby girl, now you I want, though. Baby, shey na me you want, though. Make we day 1 + 1 or 2, yeah. 1 liter, oh say 1 liter. 1 liter, oh say 1 yacha. 1 liter, oh say 1 liter. It be only you be my desire, oh. 1 liter, oh say 1 liter. 1 liter, oh say 1 yacha. 1 liter, oh say 1 liter. Only your water be my fire, oh. Stop